Yes guys, my name is Nicky Verhoeven and in this series I'm going to show my complete investment portfolio, and the main reason for this is to keep myself accountable while investing for my future. In this video I will show the assets that I currently already have, my thoughts about them, my future investments and everything that's going to be. So let's get started with the current status of my portfolio, the problems I'm having and what solutions I'm going to find. So September 2025 right now, let's start. First of all, my Bali investment villa is 99% done. Here on the right picture we can see that I will have some room to place the outdoor shower. I will do that. Apart from that, the developer is fixing some minor details right now in order to make it rental ready. And from there on we're going to start renting it out. So let's talk about the numbers. The total investment for this villa was 221,000 euros. Here on the left we can see some installments. I still need to pay 1,290 euros for the permits. I didn't pay it yet because the permits were not approved yet, so I'm waiting for that. Some decoration, some interior, totally 221,000 euro. Right now it's basically completed. The value is already up 25% in just under a year, so there's already an unrealized profit of 55,000, which is of course very nice. But my intention is not to sell it, just to rent it out. So these 55k doesn't really matter, just to show that there is some appreciation in Bali. So the main goal here is to get monthly cash flow to reinvest into accumulating more Bitcoin and Tesla, because right now my portfolio lacks stocks and crypto. Basically 94% of my money is in real estate right now, which is not the best diversification. So here we can see the price again, the nightly rates, the days per year, the occupancy rates, the profit rates. So if I have an occupancy rate of 70%, I will probably get around 2,200 euros in profit per month. If the occupancy is 80%, it's 2.5k. If it's 90%, it's 2.6k. So for now, I'm calculating with 2.2, and I'm going to invest 2,000 per month from this cash flow into 1,000 in Bitcoin and 1,000 in Tesla for the upcoming months, in order to increase my position in those two investments. Then let's talk about my apartment in Spain. I'm not sure if you've seen one of my videos about my apartment in Spain, but they recently placed some kind of Mexican wall here on the left. So this is my view from my apartment. So it's a nice view, but on the left we had some sea view, which is now fully blocked by this ugly wall. On the right side we can see it here as well. It's just covering like half of the view, which is frustrating. There's a karting next door, and I think this complex and a karting company have some kind of fight, and they specifically placed that wall there to annoy us, I think. All the people in the community are taking legal action towards this company to get that down. So they are working on that, but yeah, you never know how long that's going to take. Let's talk about some results of this apartment so far this year. So in the summer, in July and August, we did good. We did around 2,000 in profit for the month. And if we go to the P&L spreadsheet here, we can see that in April, May, I didn't make any profits yet because my listing was just live in April. In June, I had my first profitable month with 1,000. Of course, this is summer season, so June, July, August, and September are most likely will make some money. But here it was not any profit yet. So if we look at the cost, we have your internet subscription, community cost, mortgage, water cost, electricity. The electricity and the water change every month depending on how much they spend, of course, and use. Here we have the bookings. Keep in mind that this is not Airbnb revenue. This is what is getting paid out to me, what is my share. So there's also a commission to Airbnb and a commission to my management company that's already deducted from this number. So this is the net profit for July, net profit for August. So that's going pretty good. But I know that the months apart from June, July, August and September are going to be slower months. Maybe going to do break even. So right now we can see that I did so far 4,200 in profit this year. And if we look at the indirect rendement, which means that the people renting the apartment are paying off my mortgage, which is also 4.5k so far. So that's a 8k in total, of course, in a couple months. So let's say that the other months are break even, and this is basically my my profit. Of course, they are still paying off my mortgage, but if you look at the exact ROI of this investment, it's not the best. That's also why I'm going to sell it, because there's basically a lot of money stuck in here which I want to use for other investments. Moving on to my Dubai apartment, which I have together with a friend. It's not done yet, as you can see. I'm sitting in this tower. This is how the construction looks like. We have 3 more payments to do, I think in February, August, and then in February again. So need to save some money for that in order to complete those payments. But meanwhile, we also listed it for sale in case someone already wants to take it over, which I hope happens, so I can reallocate that money into places that cash flow better. Then I want to talk about Tesla for a bit. First of all, I'm not an expert in the stocks niche, but I have my people in my network that help me, and I started following Invest Answers on YouTube. Right now, Tesla is around 430 euros, and I bought it last month for 325, so it's already increased with like 25% or something. But this is a video from Invest Answers where he talks about a couple things that Tesla is working on, for example, robo-taxis, the van, and a lot of things that are coming to the market in the upcoming years. And they did some calculations about how many units they're going to sell, how much revenue, how much profit, and how much that's going to drive the stock price up. So here we can see in a couple of years, it looks like from these calculations that the stock price will already go times 10. That's why I want to allocate some Tesla in my portfolio for the upcoming years. So I'm going to buy Tesla dollar cost averaging from my Bali investment cash flow. So let's see how that turns out in the next videos, of course, where I will make updates. Here we can see I bought 5,000 euros in Tesla last month, and it's already 24% up. And I think most of the reason is also because Elon Musk himself bought 1 billion of Tesla shares back, worth 1 billion, which drives the price up, of course. But my idea is to accumulate more Tesla for the next 10 years. Then when we go for Bitcoin, I do have way too less Bitcoin, unfortunately, but I bought some Bitcoin in December 2023. The price right there was 35k per Bitcoin. I bought for 7,000. Here on the right top we can see it's 7,000 in total. Then I sold 50% of the position, took 7,605 euros back, which we can see in the right top there, my sold positions, while the other 50% is currently right now today still worth 11,704. So that's a ROI of 275% in 1 year and 9 months, which is of course very good. But then the main problem here is that I sold it, and the idea is of course to accumulate more Bitcoin for the next 10 years instead of selling it for just a little bit of profit. So that's what I learned. More long-term investing, not taking profits for only a couple thousand. The goal is really to accumulate a lot of stuff for my portfolio for the long term. So right now the conclusion is that too much of my eggs are in the real estate basket. That's why I'm going to sell Dubai and Spain, hopefully this year or next year, to eventually rebalance my portfolio into more stocks and crypto. And apart from that, I'm going to do some more research back into the Dutch real estate market, which is something that I didn't expect because I sold all the real estate in the Netherlands because of so many problems here. But when you are buying bigger houses that most likely avoid all the problems that are in the rental market, and you rent them out to expats, for example, for a decent price, then you can most likely still make a very good return while having a lot of appreciation on your unit. So that's something I will do some research for, so maybe one of the next videos will talk about that. So this is just the first video showing you where I'm currently standing. So let's hope we can sell some real estate and buy some more stocks and crypto. And hopefully in the future it will grow. And that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next update video.